Hello guys, so welcome to KO Tutorials. So let's continue with the next part of this tutorial. So let's get started. So as you can see over here, we have started with the lighting part over here and we have done few of the settings over here. So what we can do over here is like, if you want, let's go into this. Let's just render it and see how it looks like. Okay. So the next thing over here is like I have done with the HDRI also. I have added a HDRI map also. As you can see over here, we have one key light. We have used the key lights, your fill and your supporting lights over here. Let's go into rendering. Go into the render setup over here. So image filter, we've kept it as Catmull room, we'll keep it as it is. If you want, I can increase the adaptive sampler over here by 4 by 8. That would be perfect over here. Let's go into this global DMC noise threshold. You can just check it. As you know, I have activated this local subdivisions also. Into the environment, we have added a HDRI map. If you want to add a reflection in the environment part, you can definitely add that. Also with that, into the color mapping, we have set this to your exponential, that's your color mapping. Gamma will keep it as 2.2. Your GI, your primary engine and secondary, that's your light bounce. So bounces over here. So irradiance map, light cache. Into that, I've kept this as your preset as medium over here. So we don't need for detail enhancement, light cache. I have increased the subdivisions over here and your bucket. Bucket we kept it as it is. I'm not changing any kind of a bucket stuff over here. Render elements. Let's go into this. If you want to add environmental fog, I can add it over here. I can just go over here. I can go into atmospheric apparatus and I can just take a box gizmo over here. Let's take a box gizmo. Just add a box gizmo over here. So what I have added over here is like the atmospheric apparatus. So we are going to work with the environmental fog over here. So I can just slightly shuffle this over here. If you want the fog only in small of the area, you can just define that much of the area over here. So let's go over here in this way. Let's just scale this. Okay. Now, after that, let's go into rendering, go into the environment part, and I can go into the atmosphere, add, and I can add a Vray environmental fog over here. I can easily add this environmental fog. I can give a bit of a fog color over here. So whatever fog color you want to give, you can just give a fog color. Fog distance, I can just increase the fog distance over here. So I'll keep it as 8 over here. Fog height, okay. So definitely if the fog is more, we definitely have to reduce that fog also. Okay, let's see. We'll be definitely working with the fog section. Okay. So now what I'll do over here is for now, I'll go into the rendering. I'll go into render setup and I'll go into the render elements and I'll add some light passes over here. So let's start adding the light passes. So first, let's save this file. Vray diffuse filter, global illumination, Vray lighting, illuminance, Vray reflection, Vray refraction, Vray self illumination, Vray specular, shadows, Vray Z depth. So I'll be definitely adding this much of the passes for now, which are required. So let's just click OK. So once you click OK, as you can see over here, the light passes are added. So what I'll do over here is like, I'll just save as this file first, because we'll be definitely generating the ambient occlusion also over here. So I'll just save it twice. So let's press Ctrl A, go into the material editor. Go into the material editor. Let's take a Vray light material over here. And into that color, I'll just add a Vray dirt material. So as you can see, I have added radius 2056. Just add it and let's just render and see how it looks like. So what I'm doing over here is like I'm generating the ambient occlusion pass over here. So let's see how it looks like. So just let it render. Okay, I have added that fog. So we'll just delete that. And now let's render that. So let it render. It's going to take a longer time. Okay. If you look at it closely, you also have this passes added, so that's the reason it's taking longer time. Actually, you have to render it ambient occlusion individually, then we can add the passes. So it won't take that much of time. So it's going to take a longer time over here, for sure. Anyways, so guys, what I'll do over here is like I'll put the output of this particular ambient occlusion in the thumbnail of the video. I'll upload that. So as you can see how we have added the light passes also. So if you have any doubts, please put it in the comment section over here. So I can just, you can see the passes we have added over here. For now, I'll just remove this environmental fog over here. Okay, so whenever you're adding environmental fog, we forgot to add this gizmo. You need to add this gizmo also over here. So for now, I'll just delete that. So it's going to take time. I'll go into the material. Okay, that's fine. Color is okay. I'll go into the Vray dirt material. Distribution, you can increase it. Fall off, subdivisions. Okay. So we'll continue the rest of the part in the coming tutorial. So thanks for watching this tutorial.